Hello and welcome to another session of our Ask the Editor series. I am so excited to be here today with Ashley Wagner of, oh, you just told me how to pronounce it. And
Ligeia Magazine.
Ligeia Magazine. So welcome, Ashley. Thank you so much for taking the time today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's jump right in. Tell us, what is the meaning of the name of this magazine?
Well, it's actually the name of a Edgar Allan Poe story about a woman named Ligeia who ultimately, or not even ultimately, she passes very early in the story, and her fiance is, distraught and trying to bring her back at her bedside. And one day she does come back from the dead, and he was not ready for it, and he is afraid of her, and all that comes from a Poe story. It's a very good story, and it's very haunting, and it's lesser known. So we thought it would be a good title since we're based in Baltimore and we're very much gothic horror magazine. We thought it would fit.
Right.
And
okay,
by we I do mean more Matt and Sean, because they were the ones who initially came up with the idea of the magazine. We discussed the title, of course, but it just kind of stuck from the very beginning.
Okay, so yeah, it sounds like you're interested in gothic, sort of darker work, stranger work. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
It's very freeing, this type of work. You like to pour yourself into the what ifs and the darker side of your life, and really embrace, the fear that ambiguity brings, because ultimately, that makes you feel more grateful and more alive to have, the life that you do have. And I really think that horror helps us embrace, what's good about ourselves and what is empathetic in us, And I like especially reading the poetry for the magazine, because a lot of people don't, submit horror poetry, because that's a very niche field. So I really get people's strange poems. I get a lot of experimental poetry that I've never read anywhere else, which is